Hi there and welcome to Celeb Hut. You all, not Remy Ma's purportedly unalways-living Nicki's cousin in regulation. It's getting insane on these WAP roads. Nikki and Remy Ma have been beefing for over 15 years. Currently, things are really going crazy with this show. Remy's son Jason was captured by the police for the homicide of a man who turned out to be Kenneth Insignificant's cousin, and presently, Nikki is persuaded that she was the first objective and that Remy purportedly put a hit on her. You all plunk down for this since we are going to get our investigator tea in this present circumstance, which is getting insane. You all on the grounds that Remy Ma's life just took a wild turn. Her most seasoned child got captured by the police for supposedly unallocating somebody back in 2021. He was captured a couple of days prior on murder allegations, and things are looking exceptionally awful for him now that we felt that the gods around Remy Mama and Papoose couldn't get any juicier with reports about Remy Mama purportedly going behind Papoose's back with rapper Simple the Block. Chief things presently went full-on psycho her child. Jason Scott was busted by the NIBD and hit with charges like first-degree murder, second-degree murder, criminal ownership of a weapon, and foolish risk. Now, for those of you who don't realize, Jason is a child that she had from a past marriage way before she met Papoose, so he isn't Papose's organic child. However, Jason is by all accounts not the only one who got captured in light of the fact that it just so happens his companion Richard Swigger additionally got captured, and H with first-degree murder. And wild danger charges also, and don't disregard the criminal ownership of a weapon charge for him too, cause this team is in some serious heated water. Now, when the news originally dropped, everyone was scratching their heads and pondering what precisely happened. First-degree murder is serious. It's anything but a joke, since it for the most part implies 25 to life whenever found blameworthy, so anything that Jason and Richard are blamed for, it's certainly serious. The police spilled a few tea in an explanation and affirmed that this entire case is connected to the homicide of a 47-year elderly person named Darius Gulabo on June 7, 2021. As per reports, Darius was no stranger to policing, having been captured multiple times and serving 3 prison terms as per the state head's legal officer's office. Gulabo was known as a DB block on the roads, and he was among 54 individuals who were prosecuted in a general examination named Activity Heatwave in November 2020, as per the AG's office. Gibbo was accused of providing a medication ring in upstate Jefferson Province, as per head legal officer Letitia James. The NYPD made one more announcement, saying police answered an emergency call of a male shot at the crossing point of 148 Road in Rockway Street, inside the bounds of the 113 regions. A NYPD representative told Twofold XL. Upon appearance, officials noticed a 47-year-old male oblivious and inert with numerous injuries to the head and chest. EMS responded to the area and moved the casualty to the Jamaica Clinical Center, where he was articulated. It additionally uncovered that the police are likewise exploring the likelihood that it might have been a homicide. For recruits, having a celeb mother and getting messed up in this sort of wreck is directly insane. Yet individuals are saying that the apple didn't fall excessively far from the tree, since Remy Mama has her own set of experiences with the law. I'm discussing the way in which Remy served time for shooting a companion. Back in May 2008, Remy was condemned to 8 years in jail for shooting her partner Makita Stable Joseph. She was sentenced on various charges like endeavored pressure and attack. Yet here's the kicker, she wasn't sorry at all. She got a portion of her male companions to go after an observer's bow to startle the observer out of affirming that procured her significantly more charges for witness altering and pack attack. She served 6 years of her 8-year sentence prior to getting out in 2014, and it seems as though the show most certainly runs in the family, and people are having a day deriding. Remy Greenery is saying she's a terrible impact and that her child has gotten his terrible conduct directly from her playbook. Yet word in the roads is that Remy is beginning to experience the intensity, realizing her child could be checking a significant length out in jail, assuming that he's viewed as at legitimate fault for homicide, and the show simply continues to get more insane on the grounds that there are presently reports that Remy may be the person who put out the hit. Purportedly, what many individuals don't know is that the casualty, Darius Gibbo, isn't an extraordinary irregular individual. He is purportedly a notable lawbreaker and boss in the hood, and it's extremely terrible in light of the fact that his kin are very irate. What's more, they are determined to even the score, yet that is not the most insane part. The genuine, unexpected development here is that Darius is likewise a cousin to Kenneth Frivolous, otherwise known as Mr. Nicki Minaj. This association makes it more chaotic since Remy and Nicki have had hamburgers as far back as anyone can recall. The show began with them way back in 2007 after Nicki tossed Shay, their Remy mama, by guaranteeing that she was the sovereign of rap. Furthermore, in 2006, Remy delivered her most memorable studio collection. Something doesn't add up about Remy in light of a genuine story where she pronounced herself as the undisputed sovereign of rap, saying, I'm the sovereign of rap. And there is none higher. In 2007, Nicki 3 Shad and her mixtape Playtime is over on the freeform track. Messy Cash Nicki tossed a few obscure lines at Remy on the track, like the part where she said to be with the crown to run it like Chris earthy colored. She won 3 rounds. I'ma need a 100 the gracious, you all ain't know your monster currently well. Remy realized that those bars were about her, and in an interview she professed to have defied Nicki about it, saying that when I saw her at a party, I definitely resembled her. The thing was that lying about Remy shared with me this day, I think it was a wound at me. That is what you truly do in rap, and I'm cool with that. They kept on tossing conceal to and fro with one another. And in 2016, Remy made it a stride further when she dropped the melody Cash Showers with her fierce Scoop teammate Craze. Joe, in the melody, Remy gets down on a rival who alludes to herself as the sovereign, a title that Remy says she doesn't merit. She said she was guaranteeing she was the sovereign. Steve Harvey Remy likewise offers remarks about how Nicki utilized a professional writer and scarcely thought of her own refrains, despite the fact that she claims to compose everything. At that point, there's likewise the time that Remy had a freeform and referenced Nicki's unique expression. This large number of honeybees is my child in her line. In the present discussion about my child and your child, I'm hot and your entire world revolves around me. Be I the child? Well, Papa's then upheld his woman by rapping. That must be one sovereign discussion about a steady man. Well, then Nicki terminated back, saying that Remy had been out of jail for a very long time. However, it had no effect on the rap scene. She said, I have had these honeybees for 2 years now. Your time's up, favor a heart. She tosses shots, yet every line stinks in the tune. Have intercourse, Nicki jokester Remy's unfortunate collection sells, saying, goodness you, the Q quantity of this here 1 platinum plat collection flop stunt. Odd you see senseless hair to be the sovereign of rap. You got to sell records, you got to get plaques plural like the S on my chest. Well, Nicki's little inconspicuous punches could have truly hit home in light of the fact that only 48 hours after Remy terminated back with Shia, an almost 7-minute diss track that takes direct focuses on Nicki Minaj set to the beat of NASA's exemplary ether, Remy spills all the tea, clapping out all that from phantom writing murmurs to plastic medical procedures. Chat, it was a melodic standoff. And she likewise posted the tune on Twitter, saying you need to see a dead body at Nicki Minaj. They have kept on tossing conceal at one another to and fro, and it was muddled. So when individuals figured out that the man who Remy's child was supposedly dead was Nicki's better half's cousin, fans went off on the web and began drawing an obvious conclusion, and it's given that as per certain individuals, Nicki accepts that Remy is supposedly behind one or the other. She put muddled. So when individuals figured out that the man who Remy's child was supposedly dead was Nicki's better half's cousin, fans went off on the web and began drawing an obvious conclusion. And it's given that as per certain individuals, Nicki accepts that Remy is supposedly behind one or the other. She put a hit out on her. Nicki accepts that Remy had it out for herself and that Remy was simply attempting to take her out, yet everything turned out badly and Darius got hit. Purportedly, Nicki and Kenneth had been conversing with Darius on the day that he was shot. They had been together before on that day just for Darius to have chance a couple of hours after the fact, and strangely not long after Jason's capture was declared, Nicki posted call Webb, and as per sources, Webb is one of Darius's thugs. Supposedly, she additionally tweeted, who up what I just found out tragically appears as though Remy's child is considerably more peril on the grounds that Darius's companions and allies have been compromising him via virtual entertainment. You all posting my companion discussing equity for DeBlock now that Remy manchild went to prison, and I simply need to say that ain't no equity for DeBlock. You think D-Block sitting on D-Block for you think D-Block sitting on D-Block for checkout other than his girl and his family ain't net. One of you all expected to say no like that. No doubt, since child could not have possibly been saying no, that if that dark ass by you not too far off golf a troubadour would have killed in these roads, there's not a chance on the planet that me and my child to block would have been in shimmer logging. Discussing I trust go to prison that you absolutely no chance in the world. So for all of you all posting equity for D-Block, I simply need to say why sound like rodents to me. How about we get to that well to nothing unexpected? Remy is standing 10 toes down behind her child. She put out an announcement that said we stand behind Joan's blamelessness and asked that the NYPD direct a total and exhaustive examination to uncover reality. This is without a doubt a troublesome time for my family and me. While we genuinely value the adoration and support we have gotten from every one of you, we compassionately request security. Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.